Alexis here, creator of Jam with Latin, and today I'm going over video number 2, which is all about verbs. And these verbs can be found in my Jam with Latin Summer Series workbook, but they are also taught in all of the Jam with Latin classrooms. So if you want a little tidbit about verbs, work on the workbook or watch this video. And if you want a full class, join the Jam with Latin classroom. So let's get into our verbs. All right, so we're going to get into these verbs, the building blocks of sentences. They show action or state of being. Now, Latin verbs change their forms to show different things about the subjects of the sentences. And when they change, they're called a verb conjugation. It's kind of like a verb family, and you'll have to know how to use them. Of course, I'll show you how to do that. Now, Latin verbs are usually at the end of a Latin sentence. As you go through the Jam with Latin classrooms, I'll show you exceptions to this rule, but usually they'll be at the end of a sentence. There are what I call the 6 standard verb endings. They're standard because you will see them almost every time you use a verb. So it's very important to memorize these. The standard verb endings are O or M, ST, must, is, nt. What? O or M? What am I talking about? Well, both the O ending and the M ending are going to show you that a verb is talking about I. I did something. So the O or M always equals the pronoun I. The S ending always equals you, singular. T ending equals he, she, or it. Must ending equals we did something. Tis ending y'all or you all did something. And NT is they did something. So I like to repeat O or M, ST, must, tis, int, I, you, he, she, it, we, y'all, and they every day. Get that into your head, okay? These endings also show us number, either singular or plural. So the word number means, is it singular, one person, or plural, 2 or more people? Now these endings show us one more thing. It's also very important. It shows us what we call is person. O or M shows us first person singular I. S shows us second person singular you. T shows us third person singular he, she, or it. So I always think third person, there are 3 of them. And must is first person plural. Tis, second person plural, and then NT, third person plural. Now, if you heard about me before, you know I love flashcards. So I actually make a flashcard of my verb endings, and I use it until I have the verbs memorized. Finally, today I'm going over our vocabulary words, and they're all going to be verbs, and you're going to notice some patterns. The first pattern you'll notice is that my verbs are on yellow flashcards, and I do that in the Jam with Latin classroom so that they stand out when we translate. This card has a stem and an ending. Remember I just went over those endings, O or M, S, T, must, tis, nt. Well, we're talking about the T ending in the verbs that we're looking at today. And the T ending translates to he, she, or it and means third person singular. So all of our verbs are going to have a stem and an ending. And they're all going to use the same exact ending so we can see the patterns. The first one is laudat. Laudat translates to he, she, or it praises. Like you have praise and worship. Well, he, she, or it praises in the singular. Our next verb is ōrat. With the T ending, we know it's singular, and it's he, she, or it prays. Like you pray by yourself. Then we have videt. Videt has that T ending again. This one translates to he, she, or it sees. And finally, dedit is he, she, or it gave. Now, those are all our vocabulary words for today. Make sure that you make your own flashcards and then come back tomorrow to learn something new. But before you do that, make sure you like and subscribe the Jam with Latin YouTube page, as well as share this with your friends because they should learn Latin too.